Okay, what's going on? Justice Severin here. Now we get into the fun part, if you ask me. Okay, the fun part. Hopefully, you had some fun making a 30-minute video. You have to try out using your favorite short form AI generator here for the short form content. Hopefully, you got to having fun just going through this whole process. But to me, this is where truly now things start to get spicy. You've done the hard work. Now it's time to pat yourself on the back and reap the benefits. Okay, so repurpose content with ease. Let's dive straight in. All right. So out of the gates here, number one, use the prompts from the bestseller client legend GPT prompts here. Specifically, what we want to be using is the actual repurposing prompts, right? And over here on the left, you can see I got this. So I'm just going to skip right down towards it, right? So specifically, we want to really get into that, to be honest here too. And I would recommend here, I thought I had this here as well too. Specifically, want to use this portion right here, right? This is really where things get spicy. Use for the majority of this, right? You'll be able to see technically you can use, you can like kind of use this from the start too, but this is gonna be really good for you too. Especially I want to use, clearly I can't type right now for the majority of this. There we go. Gotta love typing on the spot. So with this being said here, let's go and jump right into it. I want you to also keep in mind, I think that there's Cloud, there's ChatGPT, there's probably a bunch of other AIs. I'm not an AI specialist by any means. I think that a lot of people are too focused on tech in their business. To me, I am just using the simplistic side of tech to speed things up. Like that's really it. There's a lot of other things in the business we want to focus on. I'm not trying to get bogged down by getting in the weeds with all this. I see it so often where people are paralyzed with that, and then they come to me and they're like, "I'm not making money." I say, "Okay, well, what have you been doing?" I'm focusing on this and getting this right with the tech side. Like, oh, I've been using Notion. It's been amazing. I've been using this AI thing. I'm just going deep down the rabbit hole. It's awesome. I'm learning so much. Well, how's the lead generation going? I haven't, I haven't started that yet. I still feel it's like, well, what do you expect here, right? So this is where once again I am just using tech to complement the business. That's it. So let's lean in. And so, like I said, I recommend using ChatGPT because it's easy, it's free, and you can get rolling with this very quickly, right? Technically, I have the paid version. If I'm being honest, I would probably just recommend getting the paid version here. Also, I use my personal brand voice, GPT. I'm just going to use that because in another video, I tried to use the free version and I wasn't logged in and it made me cut out. So I'm like, let's just go ahead and use this to keep it simple. But with that being said, let's keep rolling here as well too. So this is how we can start to use this. So this all starts off here with really grabbing a transcript is one of the best ways to start off. So I really like going that route. So in this one, I had this here. So basically, let's go and use this one here. But if you could, let me put this here too. So I'm just going to grab this transcript, right? It looks like it's a good one. Usually I would probably go through these and just double check, but for the sake of this, I'm going to use it. So I grabbed the transcript. I probably didn't need to copy that yet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So really, I'm going to say, right here too. 1A, we want to determine a core theme. So the way that I would basically do this here is my transcript. Now what I want to do is go ahead, determine the core theme. Now determine the core theme of the transcript above, right? So I'm going to do that, and let's now go ahead and have this make a core theme for us, right? So here's the core theme, right? Messaging over deliverables, why your offer won't sell without the right messaging. Here's your breakdown, right? In short, these pieces, right? So seems spot on. I haven't actually watched the video yet, but I'm sure it's pretty spot on, right? For the sake of this, I'm just going to assume it's spot on. It typically is, especially because it's my personal brand voice GPT. It knows me pretty well. So now that we have that, we want to actually go ahead now and really, we can do two things. For one, we can break that theme into 3 distinct categories, right? So for this, let's go ahead and just do this for right now. So I'm going to go ahead now and basically go ahead and drop this. Break that core theme into 3 distinct categories, right? So now with this, and I'm also going to go ahead here, I'm going to do this now. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, and I'll paste this in after. But basically, just to keep us on the same page here, what I want to do now, once we break these into categories, I want to choose the category that really feels best to me right now. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and I want to now start making content from those categories, right? And easily you can go ahead and not even break it down to categories. I could have just went and said, hey, you know what is this core theme? And I can go ahead and make these posts based off of that core theme alone. A lot of times I'm kind of doing it off the category because I'm getting 3 times as much content, right? You could try to go more categories, but I just keep it very simple. because then things start to kind of get a little bit more redundant. So I bring in 3 categories, and then I have been making content outside of this strategy for years, like going on over a decade. And so these are really the types of content that I have really gotten the most value from. And when I say, I guess, let's just reiterate here, because you might think, all right, have you actually been making content over a decade? I've been making content in the business niche since 2020. I've been making content. I started before that. I was a music producer. You can't see it. You can see my guitar a little bit there in the corner. Maybe you can. I can't. And for that, I was also making content on that side there, on that end. So that was going back to 2013, right? So technically it's 12 years, but I'm just rounded. But the point being is I got to really understand how the best types of content that really does well. And so with that being said, I've really broken them down into, I believe, are the top 9 post and content types that you need to be having inside of your content strategy. So that's exactly what I do for you here. I'm going ahead and making it. So let's go ahead now and get a great foundation of what these templates should look like, what these posts should start to look like for ourselves here. So with that being said here, let's go ahead and see what we have. So I'm going to just paste this so we have it, but I'm going to adjust the top. That's the big piece. So, all right, so number 1, we have deliverables don't mean sales. Number 2, messaging creates demand. Number 3, where most entrepreneurs get trapped. They stay busy. So you know what? I'm feeling like number 3 right now. Let's do that one. So for category number 3, right? For category number 3, insert selected category. So for category number 3, write 9x at least 250 word. And for this one, I'm just kind of let's just say, I'll say emails, right? Maybe I want emails I'm going to plan out for the week here for each. And you know what, for me, let's just say I want my emails to be a little longer. So I'll make this 300 word, right? Write at least 9x, write 9x at least 300 word emails for each of the 9 different content formats listed below. And now we let it rip, right? Like I said, I can break down all 9 for you. I guess, while this is loading, maybe I'll just do that for you for a second. But we'll let that cook up. But basically, I'll leave it here so you can watch this actually as it goes. It's taking a moment. Let's see here. Do I have to pause? It doesn't ever usually take this long. So let me just do a little refresh and see what's going on here. Content failed to load. Oh, fun stuff. You gotta love it. Let's refresh here a little bit. Honestly, I am a big fan of using more so the app for ChatGPT personally. I feel like I don't run into this as much, but I feel like it's kind of cool visually to see. There's something I'm showing this because also when it comes to tech, like tech can just be difficult. But look, I did a few refreshes. We're back, all right? So I'm showing you the reality here. For this one, looks like now, of course, this doesn't want to show for me. There we go. I don't know why it's showing that, but looks like it's worked. So I'm going to go here, put this back. I'm just keep this nice and simple for category 3. And I want 3 emails. Right. A lot of the times I'm showing you this because a lot of people will just give up because they're like, oh, well, this stinks. I don't want to deal with this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just have a little patience. Have a little patience. Like what this will do for you will be so powerful that you need to move your ego to the side, just lean in. All right. So we got emails. So the emails are cranking out. So let's just go through them really quick, like what they are. So number 1, belief shifting, mistakes and misconceptions, really powerful one. I talk about belief shifting all the time. Number 2, systems and processes, right? What kind of systems and processes are you using to potentially enhance on the category you're talking about? Number 3, stories and case study examples. I've mentioned this in the training before. Facts tell, stories sell. Like you need to be bringing up stories inside of your stuff. Metaphors and analogies, right? I always feel like too, I'm a big fan of really some great copywriters, and really a lot of them are really good with analogies and metaphors there. So anytime you kind of build something off, that can be really good there as well too. Insights and realizations, right? Pretty self-explanatory too. Like what kind of realizations have you had around implementing the changes that you're breaking down inside of this content topic? Controversial. This is always a good thing to have here too. A lot of times people don't want to lean away from this, but if you can just bring some of this in for yourself, it can be super powerful. Answering common questions people have, right? Like kind of tying this towards it. Pretty self-explanatory there. Common enemy villain posts, right? What is the opposite of what you're trying to preach on here, and really speak towards that, right? Speak towards the opposite. Paint that as the villain. That's another very good type of post as well too. It gets that, the opposite folks. It draws great reactions from your audience potentially. And then novelty, right? Make something appear kind of one of a kind or new. How can you give a fresh take to this as well too there? So really now on this end, you can see this is what's exactly happened. So it's given me now these 9 emails, and it's done it based off of the transcript that we gave, right? We gave it off the transcripts, and now we broke it down to categories, and we said, hey, give me 9 of these posts. So the point here is I now literally have emails that are good to go, right? And if I wanted to, now at least I can easily go ahead and take these and now go ahead and sharpen them up, right? But the point here is like, imagine just writing 9 emails from scratch. You have saved yourself so much time. And if you're using a personal brand GPT, it's gonna be so much more dialed in, just like mine is already here too. Like I said, if I don't put the link down here, at least it's in the bonus chapters as well. So check that out. It is something you want, because it does make this a lot easier, honestly. But with that, you can stick with the stories. Like, it's already giving me stories because I have the brand GPT in here as well too. But for you, it'll probably just give you something where it's like, all right, now how can you kind of go ahead and fill in the gaps here too? So this is the kind of stuff where you really definitely want to tap in here. It can be so good for you in this end. So this is just an example, right? And then obviously from here, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and say, you know what, take these and add a call to action to them. Take these, and this is one thing you really want to get good at with ChatGPT, is really start treating it like a person and start having a conversation with it, right? Tell it what you want. If you feel like this is missing something, like, hey, you know what, I want to send email number 9 out today. And you know what, there's one that had a taco truck. I just was scamming through, I saw a taco truck. Which one was that? Can I do taco? Where did I see that? Let's do email 4. Hey, I want to send out email number 4 out today. Let's add a call to action to this so it's ready to go. And give me 5 subject line variations for it. Like I said, this is, write something. You know what? I'm wondering if this is because, I think this is just, I feel like this is freezing. Something's up. I'm not sure what's happening there on this end. So strange. You know what? Regardless, let's see. You know what? It might be because I'm inside of here. If I now come out, so here we go. So all 9 are done. You see? I don't typically do it that way. So there you go. But like I said, I have a conversation. It still knows, because we're in the same thread. It knows all that's in there. Like sometimes when you're giving a lot of information, it like does like a little mini thread within the thread. Inception, if you will. So I'm going to say the same thing. I want to send email number 4 out today. Let's add a call to action to it. So now it's going to go ahead and it's going to give me the same email with the call to action now. Let's scroll down. There we go. Perfect, right? So now email number 4 on this one is the same one with the taco truck. Now, hey, it's got to shoot a DM with the word ready if you're good to go, right? Now, once again, it should know, because it's an email. I don't want it to say the word. It shouldn't be telling me DM, right? So I would go ahead in here and say, perfect. Hey, instead of, and it gave me the subject lines for this too. Instead of saying DM for the call to action, I want the email to say reply with a certain keyword. Boom. Now you see that. Have a conversation. Like if something, I think that's where, if you're frustrated with something it's giving you, like it literally is this simple to clean it up, right? Boom. Ready to stop doing this? Reply to this email with the word ready. It's good to go. Boom. I now have this, and this is all based off of, yet again, this one video, right? It's based off of this one video that I took. So this is just one of the 9 emails. If I wanted to, I can go ahead now. Let's get spicy, right? Let's say I have this email, perfect. It's good to go. I've already got some subject lines, phenomenal, right? Now I'll say, you know what? Turn this into an Instagram carousel post. Boom. Now it's going to go into the same thing, carousel post. If you're not familiar with carousel posts, it's like they're broken down to slides, right? So now it's going to give me a slide based off of the same thing. Boom, now I have an Instagram post. For me, I keep them pretty simple. It's like if I wanted to turn this to a Facebook post, I'd probably just take the email and not really change much to it. I'd just take out the reply part. So I typically don't really waste my time doing that too much. But super simple. It's give me the hashtags. This is the power of what you can do here, right? And as you can see, the goal here really is to get it. ChatGPT is going to get it to 50 to 80% for you, right? As you can tell with the personal brand voice GPT, it really does help a lot, which is why I got you hooked up here with that as well too. But like touch up this kind of tailor-made AI generated content accordingly. That's the whole philosophy of this as well too. And then I'm showing you like with how you can take with Instagram, email, social post. You can go ahead and use this for multiple social media channels and email. And really, this is going to now allow you to really start to bring in cold leads and warm existing audience members at the same time with this content, right? And especially if you have this for now, we're not even talking about how literally we also have the actual short form video here. But that is also good to go as well, right?
Only choose one.
So these are also,
which one do you think would actually make you more money? And you can see too,
keep it simple. Like this is already playing. It's got captions.
If you went all on the marketing and
sorry, I was playing. Maybe you're hearing both.
keep things simple to start. I'm just showing you that this is all here, ready out the box. Like, don't overcomplicate this to get going. You can always optimize and improve and get spicy as you go there too, right? Like I said, hopefully you can feel my excitement, because this really is where it gets fun. You can just start to crank out content with this. We did all that with just one post, right? With just one short form video, and we only went with like the post number 4, the email number 4 that it made. Like, what, we didn't even get into the other 9 that it gave me here, right? There was this is looks like it's giving me several, right? But either way, I can go back easily and get the other ones, right? So the point here is just that you want to go now and just think about that, and you can just get so creative. Maybe I want to go ahead and go back to number 8 email that was made before. And so just keep this in mind. You can really do some really creative stuff as you get this going. Maybe I even want to go ahead and say, you know what, let's go back to category number 3 now. Category number 1 now. And I want you to give me 9 posts off of that. Endless. Truly endless content. This is why I say it's not just hundreds of pieces of content. You can get thousands out of one 30-minute video, because yet again, all of this just came from this one, right? There's 25 other ones here. Lean in, take action with this stuff, have some fun. Like I said, if you're just watching, you haven't made that first 30-minute video yet, I'd highly recommend you go do it, so you can really start to experience what this feels like for yourself. All right, that's it for now. I'll catch you in the next video.